Indians gather on dawn's highway, crowding the young man's fragile eggshell heart. Check. You guys ready? The NDT show. The NDT show. Shannon Shack. Shannon Shack. Shannon Shack. Check, Shannon. Mo bang for your bucks. Mo bang for your bucks. Test, Mo bang, test. Okie Grower 75. Okie Grower 75. Check. Sound check. Sound check. Sound check, Shannon. The Jeff word. 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 The driver sensei. The driver sensei. Check, driver. Scud driver. CJ's info. CJ's info. Debbie Carson. Debbie Carson. Hey, darling. Debbie Carson. Jack Angela. Dirty rotten imbecile. Dirty rotten. Grandma Moses. Hey, Grandma. Hey, darling. $23 KC. ska, ska 23, ska, 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 ska. Sound check. Shimmer soul, shimmer soul. Hey, shimmer soul. Ska, 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 ska. Jelly duck, jelly duck, jelly duck. There she is, the back end of the Jeff word. Producer Jill, producer Jill, ladies and gentlemen. You guys welcome the Jeff word and producer Jill. Ska, 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 ska. Sound check, sound check. Share it out, share it out, share it out. Sound check. Check, 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 check. Yeah, it's a Modia. Hey, yes. Tonight, we're going to be reading The Road by Cormac McCarthy. So buckle your seatbelts. It's quite the ride. Somebody out there let me know how that sounds. Sound check. Share it out. Share it out. Sound check, yeah, sound check. Thank you. The Jeff word perfection. Sounds good and creepy. Grandma Moses, Grandma Moses, Grandma Moses, Grandma Moses, Ska, 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 ska. It's like a dream, Grandma. Ska, 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 ska. Yeah. Angela Critters. Angela Critters, my darling. Ska, 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 Angela, ska, 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 ska. As you may or may not know, I'm Scully, the author that reads to you. Check. Check Ness. Ness love her. Shimmer song, shimmer song. Ariel Williams, Ariel Williams, Ariel Williams. Test, Ariel, test. That sounds like it'll be fun. Shannon Shack. Discussion, I'm Scully, the author that reads to you. I read my novels in sound check. I read my novels and other works with sound effects and B-roll that goes along with the story. So if you like books on tape with a twist, stick around. Subscribe to the channel. It's that little red button below the video. And if you're on the phone, don't forget to smash that like button. Check. Big Tim. Hey, Big Tim. Tonight we're going to be reading The Road by Cormac. We're outside in a cornfield in the day, the intense buzzing of summer insects and the song of songbirds. A bird's eye view of a bucolic Midwest farming landscape. Cornfield, blue skies, sunshine. A farmer plowing the nearby field with a tractor. Grain silos and a haystack. A man with a horse. A clapboard house with a strawberry field. A woman's hand picks strawberries. We're in the interior of a dining room. It's at night. Next to bookshelves and an upright piano with sheet music on the stand. Chopin. There's also a dining room table with leftovers from an abandoned meal. Strawberries and cream. The interior of a bedroom at night. Month later, a warm night, the man is asleep with the same woman, now pregnant. No sheets on the bed. The man is restless and wakes, a distant rumbling, indistinct. The man swings his feet off the bed and goes to the window, anxious. The interior of the bathroom. The man's in his shorts, sweating, putting a plug in the bath and turning on the taps as far as they will go. The woman appears in the doorway in a nightdress and leans against the door frame watching. Check, StreamYard, check. She's cradling her pregnant belly. Woman says, "Why are you taking a bath?" "I'm not." The woman takes off her nightdress and goes to the bath. "You'll sleep better." He looks at her, surprised she's misunderstood. Man says, "I'm not. Put your clothes back on." She sees he's looking out the window now. There's an eerie rose-colored glow of distant fire through the glass, and distant shouts and screams. What is it? What's happening? The end of the flashback. Title: The Road. We were at the exterior of a campsite at dawn. A man of about 40 and a boy of 10 are asleep, camped on a tarp under a rock ledge. A blackened chasm of a burnt valley spread out below. It is the same man seen earlier, but 10 years older, thinner, malnourished, with a thick beard. They're both emaciated and exhausted, their faces and hands coated in grime and soot from the burned, blackened landscape around them. Ash falls on the tarp, which is bright synthetic blue, the only color in sight. The man is woken by something. He instinctively reaches out to touch the boy. His hands rest on his chest and rises and falls with each of the sleeping boy's breaths. There is a low rumble. The ground starts to tremble, and the boy wakes. "Papa, Papa." "Shh, okay, boy." "What is it, Papa?" They listen as it grows nearer and louder, everything shaking, trees' roots groaning and splitting until it passes between them with a roar like a subway train right beneath them. The boy is now clinging to the man and crying, his head buried against his chest in fear. "Shh. It's all right. It's all right. It's gone." "What was it, Papa?" "It was an earthquake." Fade down to the exterior of a road at day in the burnt, barren landscape. Through swirls of soft ash and smoggy air, the man appears dressed in a filthy old parka with the hood up, a knapsack on his back, pushing a rusted shopping cart with a bicycle mirror clamped to the handle and the blue tarp now covering its load. The little boy. He's on his back, shuffling through the ash at his side, like Depression-era Dust Bowl homeless. There is a flicker of lightning overhead, then more, but thunder. Stopped at 1:17 one morning. There was a long sheer of bright light, then a series of low concussions. Within a year there were fires on the ridges and deranged chanting the screams of the murdered. By day the dead impaled on spikes along the road. They trudge past a vast lake filled with dead trees. I think it's October, but I can't be sure. I haven't kept a calendar for 5 years. They truck along with the trolley through the fog, the ghostly shapes of dead trees on either side and the shapes of barren mountains in the background. Each day is more gray than the one before. Each night is darker. Beyond darkness, the world gets colder week by week as the planet slowly dies. No animals have survived. All the crops are long gone. A tree falls behind them with a womp, and they jump. Someday all the trees in the world will have fallen. The man forages for petrol, checking the nozzle of the pumps, rummaging through empty oil cans. He upends a bin to get at the empty oil bottles. The boy picks up the phone on the wall and listens to the dead earpiece. The roads are peopled by refugees towing carts and road gangs carrying weapons, looking for fuel and food. They head down a long straight road towards a dark, forbidding-looking tunnel, a turnpike. There's been cannibalism and the great fear. Mostly I worry about food, always food in our shoes. The boy examines the head of a moose mounted on a wall in a Sears hunting store. Sometimes I tell the boy old stories of courage and justice, difficult as they are to remember. All I know is the child is my warrant, and if he is not the word of God, then God never spoke. Benny Loco, Art Morbid, welcome, Art Morbid. Finley River kills. Finley River kills. Oracles and beyond. Oracles and beyond. Check, Cassie, check. Check, darling. I see you and see you, darling. The man awakens bathed in a fiery light as if the sun has come out. There is a pale gray snow all around him with a quivering orange glow. He gets up to investigate. Looks to the line of trees up the ridge where a forest fire is burning. He stands staring at the fire. It's burning, crackling in the distance. The boy has got up and appears at his side. He's yawning. He looks at the sky, a single gray snowflake drifting down. Papa, it's snowing. Look, Papa, it's snowing. It's like it used to be when the sun came out. The boy catches the snowflake in his hand. They travel along the road through drifting wood smoke. Smoke pouring off the ground like mist and thin black trees, burning like candles on the snowy ridge. They reach a spot where fire has crossed the road, melting the tarmac. Their feet stick in the molten tarmac. It sucks at their shoes and then they stop. Just ahead, they see a set of footprints in the tar and study them. Who is it, Papa? I don't know. The man looks through a pair of binoculars and sees a stooped figure up ahead. A dying man dragging one leg slightly, limping along. He stops and stares and stands uncertainly, then continues. The boy sees him too. What should we do, Papa? We're all right. Let's just follow and watch. Take a look, Dad. Yeah, take a look. The dying man is getting slower and slower as they climb a slope, following until he finally stops and simply sits in the road. The dying man is burnt, his clothing scorched and skin black with soot. One eye's burnt shut and his hair is a nitty wig of ash. Shoes bound with wire and coated with road tar. As they pass, the dying man looks down, averting his eyes. Check, 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 check. Papa, what's wrong with that man? He's been struck by lightning. Can't we help him, Papa? No, we can't help him. They keep walking away and the boy tugs at the man's coat. Papa! Stop it. Can't we help him, Papa? No, we can't. There's nothing to be done for him. They are camped under the bridge, Ash and slurry drift by on the river. A dull sulfur light from the fires glow against the sky. The boy sits in silence with his back to the man. Chill. The boy sits in silence with his back to the man. Son, there's nothing we could have done. He's going to die. We can't share what we have, or we'll die too. I know. So when are you going to talk to me again? I'm talking now, Papa. They come to a barn beside the road. They look at each other. The man says, let's take a look. He picks up a revolver and they go inside cautiously. The interior of the barn that day. 3 pairs of feet wearing different shoes, a man's shoes, a woman's shoes, and a child's sneakers hang above 3 carefully placed chairs. The man says, don't look. The boy looks at the ground. You don't need to see this. The boy takes a few steps, exploring his eyes the empty hayloft, but avoids looking at the hanging bodies. Papa, there could be something here. There could be corn or something. No, they ran out of food. Maybe we could find some hay seeds in the hayloft. Now the boy goes over to the swinging corpses, oddly curious. Now the boy goes over to the swinging corpses, oddly curious. It's not what you think. They committed suicide. What does that mean? You know what that means. The man goes outside while the boy thinks about it for a moment. They walk away from the eerily silent farm, stopping at an abandoned tractor by a weathered paint strip letterbox. Come here, boy. The boy goes over and the man takes out his revolver, opens the magazine and shows him 2 bullets in the chamber. You see that? 2 left. One for you and one for me. He places the boy's thumb on the hammer and cocks the pistol. Curls the boy's index finger around the trigger. You put that in your mouth and point it up like this, just like I showed you. Puts the barrel of the pistol in his own mouth until the boy nods wide-eyed. Takes out the pistol and uncocks it. You got it? I think. Is it okay? Okay. The man puts the gun away and cuddles the boy close. They set off again. Check. Yad's a moody. Welcome, Yads. Angela Critters. Angela Critters. Scuss, 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 Sky Angela. Shimmer soul. Shimmer soul. Shimmer soul. Grandma Moses. Shannon Shack. Shannon Shack. Scuss, 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 Art of Morbid. Art of Morbid. Infinite Psychosis. Scuss, 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 scuss. Infinite Psychosis. Niz Lover. You guys don't forget to check out Niz Lover and I are going to be doing a Christmas Carol December 19th at 9 p.m. Central. Check, Niz, check. The Jeff word. The Jeff word. Tracy B. Tracy B. Scuss, 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 scuss. Bucky's mama. Bucky's mama. Hey, Bucky. Ska Buggy. Scuss, 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 Ska Buggy. Scuss, 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 scuss. Call it Scully's Park of Thrillers. Art with Kelly V. Benny Loco. Benny Loco. Benny Loco. Benny Loco. Check, Benny, check. That's right, December 19th. Yeah, this is a long script. We'll see if we can get through it. I think we can. I might skim over some of it. Check, Grandma. Scuss, 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 scuss. Check. Scuss, 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 scuss. Hunter Wren. Hunter Wren. I see you, Hunter Wren. It's a flashback. The woman is sitting by the window, staring out at the garden, which is barren now. The sky gray, but tinged with the same fire glow seen earlier. A film of gray ash covers dead lawn and shrubs, and inside the paintwork is grimy and colorless now. A lot of the furniture gone. A pile of broken up furniture and pieces of the piano are stacked up next to the fireplace. In the fireplace, the scorched, ashen remains of piano keys. The woman is now heavily pregnant. The man sits down, chipped old plates and spoons, spoon beans from a pot, and sits to eat. As the woman starts to eat, she winces and freezes with a look of horror. Spoon halfway to her mouth, she looks down and sees water and blood running down her legs. Oh no, oh no. It's okay, I'll help you, just like we said. No, no. I'll heat the water. We can do it. As he goes out, she moans in despair. In the kitchen, the man rushes in and opens a drawer in the sideboard. Instead of cutlery, it contains a pair of kitchen shears, a bottle of antiseptic, worn but clean towels, and a pair of worn-out yellow rubber dish gloves, all laid out in readiness. The woman appears at the door, blood running down the leg. We don't have to. Well, I think we probably do. What kind of life is this? It's life. It's the only thing left. He takes the woman back into the other room. There's terrible screaming. The woman lies on the dining room table screaming as she has her first contractions. The man is wearing the rubber gloves, one gloved hand resting on the woman's leg, about to deliver his own baby. He wipes his brow, leaves a smear of blood as the screaming goes on. I can't. It's coming. End of the flashback. The interior of a trailer home in the evening. Inside a badly damaged trailer home, one wall had fallen off. A pan of water boils on a small fire. The boy sits shivering in the blankets as he eats beans from a tin, scraping around for the last one or two. The man opens his knapsack by the fire and produces a packet of cocoa. He fixes a cup of cocoa for the boy, hands the boy the cup of cocoa, and as the boy examines it, he drinks. The man surreptitiously pours himself a mug of water and sits blowing on it. The boy realizes the man has left him all the cocoa. You promised not to do that. What? You know what, Papa? I have to watch you all the time. I know, I'm sorry. If you break little promises, you'll break big ones, Papa. That's what you said. The man relents. He pours the hot water back into the pan and taking some of the boy's cocoa into his own cup. The boy wipes his finger around the inside of the empty bean tin and licks his finger. The man says, "Watch your finger." You always say that. That's because you always do it. The man spreads bits of worn-out road map on the boards and studies them. What are you doing, Pop? We have to keep moving. We have to go south to the coast. Why? It'll be better at the coast. Why? Because we're going to freeze up here. He picks up the map, pieces carefully. The man and the boy truck along the blacktop. At the crest of a hill, they come to faded billboards advertising motels and stops. The boy notices a sign in the distance which has words painted over a faded advertisement. Odd, nonsensical, biblical ramblings about bones and the dead. The man follows the boy's gaze and reads, "Behold the valley of slaughter." Jeremiah 19:6. The man says, "Do you remember your alphabet?" "Yes." "Can you read that?" "No." "Good, let's go." The man takes out a large revolver, cocks it in readiness, and places it on top. The boy eyes the man nervously, eyes the gun, and they move off. So they trudge along the turnpike towards the opening of a deep black tunnel, and the boy suddenly comes to a stop. He's upset, unable to face the yawning mouth of the tunnel. I just can't. There's no other way. We could go over. We can't take the cart over. We don't know what's in there. There's nothing in there. It's just the same as it is out here, okay? Okay. The boy sticks close to the man's side. The man has the revolver in his belt now and his parka unzipped, ready as they nervously walk towards the mouth of the tunnel. Interior of the tunnel. The man has his arm around the boy as they push the cart cautiously ahead, acutely aware of all that's around them. They pass footprints in the dried sludge on the ground, ash and litter blowing about in a handful of mummified dead refugees. They are shriveled and drawn like latter-day bog folk, shoeless. A couple of men, a woman and a small child and a dog. The man stares at the group. The boy stares at the small child and then at the mummified dog, transfixed. The man puts out his hand for the boy to take the dog. The man puts out his hand for the boy to take. The boy takes his hand and the man moves him on. Just remember that the things you put in your head are forever. But you forgot some things, don't you? You forgot what you want to remember, and you remember what you want to forget. The man and the boy are asleep inside an old abandoned car amongst a line of other abandoned vehicles. Now the boy's hand rests on the man's chest as he sleeps. The little boy's small hand goes up and down his chest. Suddenly the man falls onto his side. A revolver lying beside him. He slips his hand onto the revolver and raises his head slowly. He looks around. Nothing but the sound of a distant diesel engine. He looks boy fast asleep. When he looks back at the tunnel, he sees a nightmare's vision. ZD, CD, ska, 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 ska. I see you, Finley. Finley, 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 Finley. Maureen TV. Check, Maureen. Grandma Moses. Producer Jill. Ska, 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 ska. Ska, producer, ska, ska. Ska producer, ska producer. Niz Lover. Niz Lover. Ska, 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 ska. Ska infinite, ska infinite psychosis. Infinite psychosis. Infinite psychosis. Infinite. Infinite. Art morbid. Art morbid. Check, Jeff. Check. Tracy B. Ska, 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 Tracy, ska, 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 ska. Art with Kelly V. Art with Kelly V. There she is, Benny Loco. Benny Loco. Benny Loco. Share it out. Share it out. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Test, Finley, test. Finley River Kennels. Ska, 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 ska. Bucky's mama. The driver sensei. The driver sensei. Ska driver, ska, 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 ska. check, StreamYard. Sound check. You guys hear me all right? It's acting wonky. Wonky, wonky. Hey, CJ. CJ Canoe. Test CJ. Sound check CJ. Okay, I got it. Let's see. Check. LOL. Sk. The best reading show on YouTube, Scully's House of Thrillers, Findlay River Kennels. I certainly like to thank you guys. All your support, all your love. I wouldn't be here without you guys. It's the point of view of the man, exiting the tunnel, shuffling through the ash, a group of hooded men, some in gas masks and filthy biohazard suits, slouching along, coughing, casting their heads from side to side and swinging clubs and lengths of pipe. A road gang. The man listens to the sound of diesel truck behind the gang. He says to the boy, quickly. The boy jolts awake as the man shoves his pistol in his belt, grabs the boy by the hand. They slide out of the car and crouch on the ground. The boy's frozen with fear. It's all right, but we have to run. Don't look back. Come on. Their backpacks are still left in the back of the car. Run, boy, run. The flatbed truck rumbles into view. Men from the gang standing on the flatbed looking around. Some holding rifles. The boy falls and the man pulls him to his feet with such force he lifts him clean off the ground and has to dangle him back down again. You okay? It's all right. Come on. They rush down the embankment into the trees alongside the turnpike. They run through the woods. The truck is heard in the background. The motor missing and sputtering. Coils of black diesel smoke coiling through the woods. The man and the boy crouch in frozen silence. The truck now on the overpass nearby, dangerously exposed to the view of the gang. They listen to the gang talking and raising the hood of the truck. The man puts his arm around the boy and draws his pistol as they see the truck begin to roll. The gang pushing it, but it coughs and stalls again. The man sees one of the gang members coming down the embankment, unbuckling his belt. He is emaciated in dirty blue overalls and a gas company cap. He has a long beard cut square at the bottom and a bad tattoo of a bird on his neck. He doesn't stop, just keeps coming closer and closer until he's just feet away. He unzips his pants and takes a piss. As he stands pissing, his eyes roam around. At any moment, he could look to the side and see them crouching there. The man is wide-eyed, gun ready, eyes darting from the gang member to the boy to the gun. The gang member rolls his shoulders and exercises his neck. He looks down and studies the steam coming off his piss. The man silently trains his pistol at the head of the gang member, who, as if by instinct, rolls his head around and looks right at him. The man says, "Just keep it coming." The gang member sees the gun and stops pissing. He looks back at the truck, zips his fly. "Don't look at them, look at me. If you call out, you're dead. Where are you from?" "Doesn't matter. Where are you from?" "What's the truck running on?" "Diesel fuel." "Where'd you get that?" "I don't know." "You don't know, huh?" Gang member just stares. "You got ammunition for those rifles?" The gang member looks back towards the truck. "I told you not to look back there. Where'd you get all that stuff?" "Found it." "What are you eating?" "Whatever we can find." "Whatever you can find, huh?" "Yeah." Now the gang member looks at the boy, causing the man to raise the revolver and cock it. Point of view from the gang member. He looks down the barrel at the magazine and sees empty space. "You won't shoot that thing. You ain't got 2 shells. Maybe just one and that one. Here's a shot." On over the pass, the road gang are looking around, murmuring as they notice one of their number missing. "Maybe, but you won't. It'll be through your skull and inside your brain before you can hear it." The man steps closer, aims the gun at the man's forehead, hammer back, ready. To hear it, you'll need a frontal lobe and things with names like colliculus and temporal gyrus, and you won't have them anymore because they'll just be soup. "Are you a doctor?" "I'm not anything anymore." "We got a hurt man. It'd be worth your while." The man glances in the direction of the road gang, then back at the gang, who is still eyeing the boy. The boy is sitting with his hands on top of his head, peeking out through his arms, terrified as the tension escalates. You look at him again, I'll shoot you in the head. "I'll bet the boy's hungry. Why don't you just all come on out to the truck, get something to eat? Ain't no need to be such a hard ass." "You don't have anything to eat? Let's go." "I ain't going nowhere." "You think I won't kill you, but you're wrong." "You know what I think? I think you're chicken shit. I think you kill a man in your life." He drops his belt on the ground with a clack. The canteen and army pouch hanging from it. The man eyes the army pouch, eyes the gang on the road, and notices for the first time some of them are wearing the same army pouches. One is banging his stick on the side of the truck to call their lost member. The man is distracted by this, and when he looks up, the gang member has taken 2 silent steps and is standing between him and the boy, holding a knife. Well, what do you think you're going to do with that? Without a word, gang member dives and grabs the boy, rolls and lands on his feet, holding the boy against his chest with his knife at his throat. The man drops to his knees, trains the pistol, and fires from 6 feet away, shooting the gang member in the forehead. He falls back, lies with blood bubbling from the wound, eyes open. The boy lying in his lap in shock, deafened, expressionless, covered with gore and viewed as a stone. The gang hear the loud shot and freeze. They start looking around. The man grabs the dazed boy by the hand and yells. But in his deafness, the boy hears only a muted soup of words. Sweet as sugar's revenge. Sweet as sugar's revenge. Check, sweet as sugar, check. And his lover, the NDT show. The NDT show. CJ. CJ. ZD shows. They crashed through the woods, the man straining to keep the boy aloft and find a path through the trees. The boy clutching the man's head with both hears a sickening thud, and the man falls, the boy flying off with a cry. The man struggles to gather his wits, unsure whether he's been felled by another man. Come on, get up quickly. The man swings the boy onto his shoulders and runs. They stagger through the trees, and the man drops to his knees, letting the boy down. They are back by the turnpike again. They listen and watch, utterly exhausted and out of breath. The man is wheezing, the boy at his side, holding his hand, staring, and shocked still. It's okay now. You're going to be okay. The boy can still hear nothing. Temporarily deaf, but he sees the man talking and looking around through 360 degrees, trying to work out where it's safe to go. Come on, he grabs the boy's hands and they take off. I try to look like any common traveling killer, but my heart is hammering. When it comes to my boy, I only have one question. Can you do it when the time comes? There is no moon, but not far away, perhaps 30 yards. A fiery torch makes its way through the woods. About 50 yards away from that, another torch is being used to search. Shadows flicker ominously. The sound of twigs snapping underfoot and branches being broken as the road gang searches wordlessly. We fade out. I'm not going to let anything happen to you. I'm going to take care of you. I'm always going to try and be here for you. And I'm going to kill anybody who touches you. He smooths the boy's hair down with shaking fingers, clumsily trying to brush it out of his eyes. A fatherly instinct to make the boy neat. Because that's my job, do you understand? When he's through, the man lifts the boy's thin arms, puts a vest over his head, then a ragged sweater. Then he folds the boy in his parka, zips it up to his neck, and kisses him on the top of the head. Come on, we need to get the cart back. Approaching the embankment, the man walks quickly and stealthily, wired, listening to the silence, straining to hear, sure he's being watched. The boy stumbles along behind, slow and fatigued, making the man anxious. The man leads the boy hiding. Wait here. He starts to climb the embankment and hears little running footsteps as the boy comes after him. He turns to face the boy urgently, exasperated. No, I need you to wait. I'll hear if you call. I'll just be a little ways, and I'll be able to hear you. If you get scared and you call me, I'll come right away. He walks off, but hears the little boy's footsteps running after him. He turns around. I said, wait. The boy's face crinkles up and tears roll down. Stop it. I need you to do what I say. Take the gun. The boy freezes, refusing to take the gun. Hey, Carol. Carol XO. Carol. And CJ. The man searches for the cart. He comes to where they left it between the abandoned cars. Their backpacks lie open on the ground next to the cart on its side. Its contents spilled out, mostly plundered, just a few children's books and toys, old pots and pans, shoes and ragged clothing remaining. Nearby are the remains of a large campfire in the middle of the turnpike. Below down the embankment, the boy is waiting obediently with the gun. The man heads back to the boy, trying to think what to say. The boy hands the gun back and takes the man's hand, and they walk away into the woods. Let's get out of here. The freeway's too dangerous. Okay. We flash back. Now the house is in considerable disrepair. No furniture, the skirting boards falling away, large cracks in the walls. We fade down to the exterior of a ravine, a waterfall in the day. The river disappears into space. The boy and the man stand staring up at the waterfall, 80 feet above, shrouded in gray mist. What is it, Papa? It's a waterfall. Look, colors. There used to be color everywhere. You don't remember. It was before you were born. There used to be so many things. The boy approaches the water's edge, shallow and clear with gravel and pebbles sparkling at the bottom. He scoops up some water, surprised that it seems clean. Look, Papa, it's clear. Do you want to go in? I don't know. Sure you do. Is it okay? Just don't swallow any. Naked, pale, filthy, dirty, and shivering with cold, the boy frolics in the spray of the waterfall. Man says, listen, that man back there, there's not many good guys left. That's all. We have to watch out for the bad guys. And we gotta talk too, son, always. We have to just, keep carrying the fire. What fire? The fire inside you. The boy is thoughtful for a minute. And then, are we still the good guys? And we always will be no matter what happens. He eyes the boy uncertainly, unsure if he can promise this. Always will be, yeah. The man goes back to time and talk. They're trudging along away from the waterfall now. We gotta keep moving. Other people might be attracted to the waterfall just like we were. We wouldn't hear them coming. They stop and look at the lake surrounded by fog down in the valley. Do you think there could be fish in the lake? No, there's nothing in the lake. They move on. Check, squirrel, check. Hey, squirrel. Hey, squirrel. They walk out onto the bridge over gray, frothing water. They inspect a truck. Tires are flat, the cab jammed against the railings. The trailer end has swung across the road, knocked out the railings, and lies with its last few feet hanging over the side of the bridge, blocking the bridge off completely. The man climbs up on the gas tanks, wipes the glass, and peers into the cab. He swings the door open and climbs inside, pulling the door shut behind him. He looks around at discarded detritus, books, old magazines, and trash. Checks behind the seats where there's a mattress on a bunk and calls out, "Come on up here." Snow continues to fall on the dusty windscreen. Outside, all around, snow falls. I'm so hungry, Papa. I know, so am I. Can I ask you something? Of course. Are you going to die? No, sometime, not now. And we're still going south? Yes. So we'll be warm? Yes. And there might be food there. Everything depends on reaching the coast. Okay. The man draws a blanket around him and kisses him good night. It is now pitch black. Go to sleep. I wish I was with my mom. They are silent a moment until. You mean you wish you were dead? Yeah. You mustn't say that. It's a bad thing to say. I can't help it. I know, but you have to. You have to stop thinking about her. We both do. How do I do that? The man is silent, lost in thought. Man's alone now by the road. He takes out his wallet and sifts through money, ancient cards, driver's license, and a picture of himself and a woman on their wedding day. She was gone, and the coldness of it was her final gift. She died somewhere in the dark. There is no other tale to tell. He lays everything out on the gray, slushy ground, then flings the wallet into the river. Chill. They're in the country, along the railway. They see past a small road to a once grand house on a rise. It is tall and stately with white Doric columns across the front. I think we should take a look. I'm scared. There's nothing to be scared of. The man sets off up the drive. He stops and faces the boy who is rooted to the spot. They climb through the windows, once a black and white marble tiles, and the man carefully shuts the window a little so it's the same as when he found it. They regard the room. They regard the room. They regard the room. Binoculars set up on a tripod sit next to an armchair. An elaborate staircase in front of them. William Morris wallpaper, water stained and sagging. Plaster moldings and cornices sagging from the ceiling. Papa, shh. They creep into the kitchen and find blackened pots and pans. Cord with a bell for servants, a trash pile on the floor and worktops, a rusted sink covered in mold. Papa, let's go. There's a reason this is locked. The boy is now panicking, hopping about, close to tears. Don't open it, Papa. I need something to pry it open. No. The man goes out roughly and the boy follows, wringing his hands in fear. The man comes out the back door with his revolver drawn, looks around and sees an old station wagon with flat tires on the dead grass. Beside it is a 40-gallon cauldron and the blackened remnants of a fire. Papa, listen to me, just stop it. We're starving. Don't you understand? I have to do this. I don't have any choice. The man opens the hatch fully and lies it on the floor. Just wait here. I'm going with you. Okay, just stay close to me. Nothing's going to happen. They descend the rough wooden steps. There is a terrible stench, and they have to cover their mouths and noses with their markers. The man gets out his lighter, lights it, and tries to light the way. Blackness, except the small area illuminated by the lighter. Part of a stone wall, a clay floor, an old mattress with dark stains. The glow of the flame crawls across the floor to a corner as the man steps closer. Then plays the lighter along from the corner to reveal. Huddled against the wall, all trying to hide, shielding their shining eyes from the light. Naked men and women, thin as skeletons like inmates in a death camp. The boy jumps, shocked, and the man freezes, staring, dumbstruck by. On a mattress on the floor lies a naked man, with his legs gone to the hip, their stumps blackened and burned, cauterized. The boy covers his eyes. The man says, "Jesus." The man on the mattress turns to them and whispers, "Help us. Please help us." Christ. Oh, Christ. The others join in. An eerie chorus of whispering, "Help us. Please help us." The man turns and grabs the boy and rushes for the steps. Fade down to the exterior of fields at day. Coming up the path toward the house are 4 bearded men and 2 women, all suspiciously well-fed and healthy looking. One of the men holds hands with one of the women, as if they were returning from a stroll before dinner. We fade back to the interior of the kitchen. The man stares for a moment, frozen with horror, then grabs the boy by the hand and jerks him away. "Run, boy, run." They tear through the front door. The man fumbles to get it open, but it has a well-maintained deadlock on it. He stares out the window next to the door. The well-fed people are climbing the steps of the porch. In the kitchen, the hatch is being lifted from underneath, and the table elevating inches. They rush back out again. Shimmer song, shimmer song, shimmer song. They're in a small restroom under the stairs. just a toilet and a basin. The boy's face is level with the basin. While the man is holding the door shut, the boy comes face to face with the contents of the basin. Blood-stained clothing soaking in bloody water and tallow in the basin. Around the basin are bloody red handprints on white porcelain. They hear the sound of the window being closed and latched. As all this goes on, the man is frozen, eyes wide with fear. He slips the pistol back from his belt, cocks it and squats it on his haunches so he's close to the boy. Desperate, unable to decide what to do, unable to think straight with fear. The boy is staring from the door to the pistol to the bloody basin as if hypnotized. Bad guys, Papa. Shh. There are footsteps outside the door as the well-fed people drift closer and then away again. The man starts to cough, but he has the revolver in one hand and the boy's hand in his other. The man tries to stifle his cough, but can't. Then the boy notices, holds his own hand to the man's mouth, stifling his coughing as he talks. He's on outside. Check. Don't be afraid. If they get a hold of you, you're going to have to do it just like everybody else. Do you understand? Shh, no crying. Do you hear me? The woman turns from the window and one of the bearded men pours whiskey and hands her one. The boy is weeping and shaking his head as if the man shows him again what to do with the gun. Stop crying, boy. You have to be brave. You know how to do it. I think so. Say, yes, I do, Papa. He stares down at the little boy who just holds the gun feebly. He realizes the boy won't use it. After a moment of torturous contemplation, the man very gently takes the gun from the boy's hand and the boy sits forlornly. Papa, we would never eat anybody, would we? No, of course not. No matter how hungry we were, even if we were starving. We're starving now, because we're the good guys. Yes. And we're carrying the fire. Yes. The man takes the boy in his arms. In a moment, the boy starts blinking sleepily and drifts off to sleep. And the man strokes the sleeping boy's hair and kisses him on the forehead. Check, Samson, check. Oh, I tell you, this is a doozy. How's everybody doing out there tonight? Looking like this is going to be a 2-night deal here. Damn parrot ate my zigzags again. This is so good, Scully. Just Samson. Hey, look, squirrel. Hey, look, squirrel. Check nest, check. Nest lover. Nest lover. Ska, 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 ska. Is that what everybody's here for? Ska, 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 ska. Sure, so nice. Yeah, it gets pretty intense. Lol, bottle caps. Shimmer soul. That beautiful, deep, rasping voice. Ska, 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 ska. That beautiful voice. Ska, ska, ska. Shimmer soul. Shimmer soul. Shimmer soul. Ska, 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 ska. Bottle caps. Check. Just Samson. Just Samson. Just Samson. Ska Samson. Ska, ska, Samson. Ska Samson. Bottle caps. Damn parrot ate my zigzags again. Holy crap, I just looked out the window. We got an inch of snow. Bottle caps. Check. Check. Ska, ska, ska. Ska, shimmer, ska, shimmer. Ska, shimmer. Ska, 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 ska. Ska, 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 ska. Ska, ska, ska. I love you guys the most. Hey, darling. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow night. What do you think? I'll read to you on a Sunday morning. Check. I'd like to thank each and every one of you. I'm Scully, the author that reads to you. If you like books on tape,